Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of my Grand Exchange only account, where it's my goal to get 1,000 total level without ever leaving the Grand Exchange area. Now look at that, guys, we're at total level 824, which means we only have around 170 total levels left. Wow, it's gonna be really tight. I mean, look at that, we have level 90 skills, we got a lot of level 80 skills. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty tight. We're gonna have to max out quite a few of our skills to do it. One thing's for sure though, it's definitely gonna be a grind. Alright, so we're actually going to start today off with a magic level using probably my favorite AFK magic training method, and that is just Afk Enchanting. That is going to give us level 81 magic, which I don't know if that unlocks anything too useful. Wind Surge, okay, great. I can annihilate the imps, even better. The level 4 enchant is probably the last reasonable enchant that you can do. Dragonstone is quite the investment, so Diamond is a good compromise. You get around 50 or 60k an hour just doing it AFK. And it's usually pretty break even. Now overnight, I put an offer in for about 33,000 diamond bolt tips and 33,000 dragon bolts. Now something really interesting happened overnight. Now sometime while I was buying them last night, the price dipped a lot. Like, look at the price I bought the dragon bolts at, 602 GP. That is a really good deal. That's like a 10 or 15% discount we somehow got those at. Oh my god, we're actually going to make so much money on this because we did 22,000 of them. We're getting about 150 or so GP margin. So we're looking to make probably 3 to 4 mil on that, which is crazy. Honestly, I think right now we're probably nearing 30 mil, I would guess. Now to figure out exactly how much money I have, I'm going to be liquidating all of this stuff in my inventory. I'm not really planning on enchanting it right now. It's not nearly as profitable and it's going to take quite a while. So we're going to sell this stuff off and then we'll see how much money we actually have total. Okay, so we sold off the diamond dragon bolt, and I was a little bit off on it, but we still made a ton of money. The margin was 124, not actually 150. Yet we still made 2.7 mil on that just by combining 22,000 diamond bolts, which took me about 40 minutes. So a really good moneymaker. That said, we definitely got pretty lucky on that. I don't think we could repeat that in any way, shape, or form. Now after claiming everything here, we're up to 30 mil, 500k, assuming that we can sell those items. Now, as we just crested 30 mil, I think it's probably time to make another investment. And I think we're going to do it into crafting. Crafting is one of the cheaper buyable skills right now, so I think it's good to get it out of the way while it's still cheap. So we're going to make an investment into 10,000 green dragon leather. I still think this is the way to go. We could do air battle staves, but then we gotta constantly buy and sell them, which is kind of annoying. So this is gonna be a 15.3 mil investment, but I do expect to get the majority of that back. I don't think we're gonna be losing too much money, but I guess we'll find out. Things fluctuate a lot, but I'm hoping not to lose more than maybe 1.5 GP to XP. So we're gonna do 10,000 of these and let's see how many levels we end up getting. Now 10,000 dragonite leather takes around 2 hours to craft into bodies if you're doing it pretty efficiently. So in 2 hours, let's see how many levels we're going to get. First one is 78. Granted, we were kind of close to that level already. We've only gone through about 1,500 leather so far. Okay, second level coming in here is going to be 79 crafting. We can now make black dragonite van braces if we wanted to. I mean, soon we're going to unlock black DI'd. Probably not going to do that, it's just too expensive, but who knows. Okay, so there's level 80 crafting. And let me just look at my tracker here. Yep, that's going to be my last level from that. So we only gained 3 crafting levels total. That said, we still have around 2,500 leather in the bank, so we should get a good majority of the way to 81 crafting. But obviously things are slowing down. Okay, so we finished off with all those leathers, and you can see we're nearly level 81 crafting. So realistically, we got like 3.5 levels if you want to put it exactly. So it took around 2 hours, and we turned 10,000 green DI leather into bodies. We're selling them for 42.67. Looks like we're gonna lose maybe I guess about a mil-ish on it. Not too bad, but I mean, for only 3 levels, things are getting pretty expensive. Now, one thing I just noticed here while I was waiting is Tanzanite fangs are way cheaper than blowpipes. Now we can really quickly and easily turn those into blowpipes. They only have a 50 something crafting requirement to make, so we can do that like in just a few seconds here. So we bought them for $31.80, and I'm pretty sure blowpipes right now are going for $3,300, so we're gonna get like 150k in profit per blowpipe. I mean, that's the freest money I've ever seen. All we have to do is use the chisel on the Tanzanite Fang. There we go, we got 3 blowpipes, and we'll just go ahead and chuck those in there. Go for $33.50 maybe, and we'll see if those sell off. Oh, there we go. That was the freest money I've ever gotten. That's like 500k in profit for about a minute's work. Definitely worth your while to kind of keep on the lookout for things like this, but this is kind of unique just because the price of Zolra items have been fluctuating a lot recently. Now, while I'm waiting for the green Diad bodies to sell, I think I'm going to make an additional investment. We're going to go for some gold ore. Now, gold ore is really useful for me because I can superheat it, and it's by far the most cost-effective and just plain out easy thing to superheat. Now, it is definitely not cheap by any means. The GP to XP just for smithing is like 10. Quite expensive if all I'm focusing on is smithing experience, but of course we do get magic training as well. So we're going to go ahead and superheat 3,000 gold ore. We're going to get a ton of magic and smithing experience, and I'm very curious to see how many total levels we get. Okay, so there we go. We finished up with all of the superheats, and we're going to get all the way to 55 smithing from that. So a lot of experience gained. On top of that, we also managed to get a magic level, bring us to 82 magic. So 6 total levels gained for what looks like about a 650k investment. We'll check when we're done. Okay, so that is the last of the superheats, and in total, we ended up spending 990k on the materials. So it's really going to depend on what we can sell these gold bars back for. So superheating 3,000 gold ore cost me 650k, kind of expensive, but in the end we gained a lot of experience. Now we actually made a bit of money back here, luckily just with these toxic blowpipes. We ended up maxing out our entire bind limit of 5, which means we made another 350k on that, pretty easy. And additionally, we finally sold off all of our green dragon leather for a mil and 30k loss, which actually for lasting me about 2 hours isn't that bad. Now, one really underlooked item I don't think many people know about is actually the Amulet of Chemistry. Now, it's a really interesting item. Essentially, it gives you a 1 in 20 chance of receiving a 4-dose potion instead of a 3-dose potion when you are training herblore. Now, Amulets of Chemistry can be effective, especially on the more expensive potions. As we can see here, they cost about 1,000 GP each, and they have 5 charges for them. So essentially every time the amulet activates, it's going to cost you 200 GP, but you're going to get an extra dose of potion. For example, on the prayer potion, every time the Amulet of Chemistry activates, we're going to make about 1,000 to 1,500 GP. Definitely worth it in my head. So we're going to go ahead and do 2,000 Renar potions and 2,000 Snape grass and see how much money we can save using the Amulet of Chemistry. I've never tried this item before, and it's clearly going to slow me down a little bit, remembering to equip it all the time, but I think it's worth a shot because in the end, it could save me a lot of money. Now, I was already pretty close to a herblore level, but well, regardless, there is going to be level 74 herblore. Now, today I'm hoping to get to 77, and there is a reason for that, which I will explain shortly. These 2,000 prayer potions, though, are not quite going to get me there, so we'll have to do a bit more training after. There we go, that is 75 herblore, a nice milestone level again. Now the Amulet of Chemistry is okay. I mean, I'm definitely forgetting to equip it a lot because it only has 5 charges, which means you have to swap them out quite often. And I'm definitely missing out on some potential money saved. Okay, so we ended up doing all 2,000 prayer potions, and in the end we ended up getting 80 prayer potions for. I should have got roughly 100. Now, the main reason was just user error. I mean, I don't think I got really that unlucky. I just forgot to equip the amulets quite often because they'd break and then I just not notice. That said though, 80 prayer potions, that's still about 150k, 160k back in my pocket, which wouldn't have been there normally. Now in the end, is the Amulet of Chemistry worth using? I would say potentially, but it has very niche applications, only really worth it on the prayer potion, super restore, maybe Ceredomin Brews, any of the more expensive potions for sure. And it does make herblore a little bit less relaxed. Now to get the final 2 levels to get to 77, we're going to do some more super energy potions. I was doing prayer potions to try to be super cost effective, but in the end it's only going to be about 400 or 500k more to save me about 45 minutes, which is a cost evaluation I think I'm okay with, so we're just going to go ahead and do it the quick way. Okay, there we go, that is going to be 76 herblore, only one more level to go till 77, which unlocks us something really important, and it's definitely not the magic potion. Okay, so we're just about to hit level 77 herblore, and I'm sure some people are a little confused because the only thing really unlocked at level 77 herblore is the stamina potion, but that's not what I'm talking about. Now what I'm talking about is actually the blood cadentine potion that you can make at level 80. At this level, it is reasonable enough to get a +4 boost from the botanical pie to start making them. Ideally, I will get level 80 herblore pretty soon, but for now, I think level 77 will do me just fine. Now, the Cadentine Blood Potion is the highest level unfinished potion you can make in the game. It's used to make the Bastion Potion and the Battle Mage Potion. And along with it being kind of expensive, it's not traded nearly as much as other unfinished herblore items, which means there's often a really big premium on making it. Now, we ended up buying 2,000 vials of blood and 2,000 cleaned Cadentine. Right now, we're looking to get about a 400 GP margin just from combining them, which is really good. For every 100 GP margin you have while making unfinished potions, you're going to get around 300k per hour, which means right now we're looking to get about 1.2 mil an hour from making unfinished potions. I imagine this in combination with the Torso Potion we've unlocked now, Snapdragon, and the rest should offer us probably our best consistent money out of any of the skills that we can train here. Now, unfortunately, we do need to eat a botanical pie right now, which is going to be a little annoying and cut into our profits a bit, but we're probably only have to do this temporarily. Okay, so there we go. We finished up with 2,000 Cadentine blood potions. That took me about 40 minutes, and in 40 minutes, we're going to make around 650k in profit. Really good, pushing around $1 million an hour, which is pretty much better than anything else I can do right now. Now, while we're waiting for those to sell off, you might have noticed in the background, I have been purchasing the prerequisite items to make rune crossbows. A very slow process because the runite limbs take a while to come through, crossbow strings take a while to come through. I mean, used stocks, the fact that I bought any of those is kind of a scam. I bought them for around 100 GP each, and U-logs are worth like 350, so the fact that anyone made these, sold them, definitely just a mistake on their part. Realistically, I might have to make these myself in the future if I do this in mass. Okay, wow, attaching the stalks to the runite limb is actually 230k fletching experience per hour. That's actually a really good training method, surprisingly. Okay, so we just finished up all 1,000 rune crossbows. It took a long time for all of the prerequisite items to come through, so I'm not sure if I'm going to continue doing this. I think we're going to make good money because look, we're selling them for 9,900, which I think is a margin of around 500 or 600 GP per rune crossbow. Now on the Cadentine Blood Potion, in the end we ended up making 650k in profit, which I think is definitely worth my time, and it was a really quick flip. Now I haven't even been really trying to train fletching lately, I've just been using it to make money, but we're actually about to get another big level coming in here, 91 fletching. Cementing this is by far our highest level skill, and right now I'm kind of going out of my way to not train it, but it just kind of ends up getting leveled up anyway. Well, it looks like today is all going to be about spending money. We're going to make another pretty big investment into prayer with 3,000 big bones. Now, I almost considered buying baby dragon bones, but I kind of chickened out at the last minute. Right now, we're level 48 prayer, so I'm hoping to get at least a couple levels. Okay, once again, we're just here in the bushes, don't mind me. It looks like this will probably be our final prayer level. going from 48 prayer all the way to 52, which means we gained 4 levels pretty well. And I think as far as an investment, we're going to lose around 600k from that. 4 levels for 600k, I think that's pretty good at this point. Now, I haven't really been woodcutting that much. I pretty much just come out and chop a couple trees when I'm looking for a random event to spawn. Yet, even doing that, occasionally we did finally get another woodcutting level. There's 51 woodcutting. This is definitely not speeding up. I don't think this is going to get any quicker than 20k per hour at the highest. Now finally, we have everything sold off in our grand exchange. We can see what our cash stack looks like right now because we have definitely spent quite a bit of money this week. So we have 3,000 Cadentine blood potions. Unfortunately, the margin dropped along with pretty much everything else in the economy. I mean, everything was crashing this week, including the Cadentine blood potions, so the margin on that's not so good right now. That said, we still got around 620k in an hour, which is still pretty respectable. We finally sold off all of the rune crossbows. In the end, only made around 200k from that. And we have some other junk here, so we got 26 mil in our inventory plus a bit in the bank. Right now we're looking at 28.3 mil, which is pretty good considering how much money we spent today. Now at the beginning of the episode, we were at 824 total level, which means this week we gained 20 total levels, which I think is good. We obviously have a long way to go still, but I'm happy with our progress. Anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed the episode. As always, if you do, I really appreciate it. If you leave the video a like, always helps out a lot. And as always, if you want to leave a comment or suggestion, leave it down below. I do read them all. And a couple of the things I've done this week and last week have actually been user suggestions, so I really appreciate them. Now before I go here, I want to give a huge thank you to all of my members over on YouTube. One of my newest members, Zayul, just joined the Dragon tier, which is totally crazy. They are joining James Luft, Brad Sings, Ocelot, and Kush Patel, all at the Dragon tier. Again, thank you guys so much. And also a huge thank you to Birdbot and Base Titch. As always, if you guys are looking for another way to support the channel, becoming a YouTube member is an awesome way to do so. Gives me some consistent income. In return, you could be immortalized into my videos, get access to a custom Discord member role, and access to my video release schedule. Anyway guys, thanks again, and I'll see you next time.